Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are changing a pool light on this swimming pool. Trying to get you here where you can see it. Pool light's right over there on the wall. There you go. And the junction box is actually over there by my pickup. So that's where we'll be tackling this from. So anyway, follow along, show you how to change it. Okay, real quick. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find out where the power comes in. And sometimes it's in the control panel. And sometimes there's going to be a junction box close to the pool. And that's what we've got here. So we'll find that, pull the cover off and get the wires disconnected. And then the second thing will be unscrew the light from the wall. As you see here in the video, there's only one screw at the top. Pull that out and you'll be able to remove the light from the wall. Okay, the next thing you'll see is on these newer lights, they actually have a really thick green wire in there, and that's the bonding wire. And you'll see Richard grab that here.
That's weird. I've never seen another cable in there before.
It's ground wire.
Oh.
That's why I had to reach in deeper.
Always in there?
Not in all, but some.
I think some of them usually have the ground wire in the thing, don't they?
Yeah, but that one's an extra safety wire.
Oh.
Okay, this is the power coming into the light from the controller. And these three wires go to the light, and this is that big heavy grounding wire. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pull all of these out back into the pool, and then we'll use our pull string to pull them all back in. If you try to leave this ground, we have found that these wires are actually tangled around it inside this conduit. Makes it almost impossible to pull. So we're just going to pull the whole thing out and then pull a whole new one back in. So I'm going to tie this wire off and then we'll get going. As Richard opens the new box, you can see right on top is this color chart, and that's the sequence your light will change colors. So as you're stepping through it, this will give you an idea of what colors are available. And if you don't have the Jandy controller that automatically selects it, then by turning the light on and off, you slide down the scale to the next line. So it's helpful to keep that. Now this is not the right string, but my local supplier was out of the right string, so we're just making do. And since this is a short 20-foot pull, should be okay. If not, I brought my fish tape so we can go fishing for it if we mess up. Hopefully we won't. Okay, that's that. We're gonna let that go. Richard's gonna pull that through when he pulls the new light in.
Dang, they made those things.
Hot?
No, how thick they are.
Oh, yeah.
Need regular cutters. Got the other one there.
It's almost like they don't want them to fail.
The other one I was able to pull off. All right.
Okay, so we have the old light. We're gonna, Ethan, here's what I'm thinking. See him pulling on that a little bit, and then you come over here and video this going through.
Okay.
Actually, video. Okay, Richard, go ahead. You see he's pulling it. Be coming your way.
That was easy pull.
There you go.
It is out.
Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to measure the cord for the new light. Rather than pull all this through, we're only going to pull through what we need. So grab the old light there, Richard. And just set it right here and we'll walk this cord off. Okay, and just to be safe, we'll give it 3 feet, just because you can't ever put it back on. Okay, now we're going to trim the end of this to hook our string to it. We'll pull it back through. It works really good. So if you never braided, well, you may be out of luck. Because going to braid that new string right there in the middle of it makes for a really good wheel this way. But it's a really short pull, and Richard's going to be pushing while I'm pulling, so it won't have as much pressure on it or need as much force to make it work. And if it comes loose, you guys get to see us panic a little bit and have to redo it, but I'm not thinking that's going to happen on this one. There we go. Make sure it's tight. Okay, and then this one, we're also pulling this green wire back with it, so we're going to offset it just a little bit. And make sure it comes with it. You want to get those corners knocked down, because they will hang up. That little bump right there will actually hang up if there's a joint in the pipe, so try to make it as smooth as you can. Okay, Richard, it's ready to go back in. I'm gonna start pulling it.
There we go. All right, go ahead.
All right, here we go. Just kind of push with it. My string is pretty weak. Should be getting close. There it is. Okay. All right. Now over on the deck, we want to leave. We want to leave about 5 feet, so just so you get enough out of there and work on it.
Perfect.
So usually you want to leave about 5 feet so you can work on this.
Enough.
Yes, sir.
I was just repeating it because I don't know if you could hear it.
Now these big green thick grounding wires are in here now. They used to make all metal fixtures, and these pipes used to be copper, which bonded everything together, but you can see all they're using is plastic now. So that's why this big bonding wire has to be there, so that nobody gets electrocuted. Cut off our excess. We got a lot of excess here, so we'll trim that back. They make a razor that has a little hook on the end of it, which I used to have one. They work really good. Just kind of hook it in that, drag it out. Need to buy one so I can show you guys on the next video.
And so you're not struggling with that.
So I'm not struggling with this. This for sure.
It's like that bucket of tabs yesterday.
Yeah?
I was trying to get it in there and in the back of the truck.
Oh, yeah. Getting fought by hoses and
Yep, it was a war zone in there.
down a little further. And obviously make sure your power's off before you start this. I mean, that's just common brainyism. You guys all know that, surely. Okay.
But if you don't, you just saved your life.
That's right. Oh. Okay, black one's gonna go to the power. White one's gonna go to the neutral. The green one's gonna go to this ground wire, and also this green one will go there too. So let's make those connections.
So in this case, it's black. Well, it's kind of gray, but black to gray. Usually, typically it's black to black, right?
Black to black, and that is a black wire, it's just old.
Yeah. And then usually it's white to white. Typically, now not all the time, because sometimes different people use different wires.
So use your voltmeter, check the current. The white one's gonna go to your neutral. Funny thing about being on the internet. Okay, folks, and also, this is what we are doing, not what you should do.
Right.
We are not teaching you what you should do.
Now, if you are doing this, it's very important to see what wires were going to what before you pull them, because you can keep track of which is which before they all get mixed up.
Yes, mark them, label them, but you may have more than one wire in this box. Fortunately, this was just the wires for the pool light that were over here. Let's have a bigger. Okay, black went to hot, white went to neutral, green went to ground. Button this back up. All right, Richard should about have that light in place.
So the hardest job of this entire thing is what Richard's doing. And it's getting that screw right there at the top. You can see that he's working on that into that hole, because you have to put the bottom of the light into this groove. It's at the very bottom, and then at the very top is where the screw lines in. So you have to line up the groove and the screw hole perfectly before you can put the screw in. Sometimes you're doing it and it doesn't catch at the bottom, but you got the top, so you gotta take it back out and you gotta do it again. Sometimes it'll catch at the bottom, but you can't line it up at the top. You just gotta be very patient.
And we're done.
Okay, also one more thing, Ethan, with these new pool lights, the most important thing is the voltage. We're replacing a 120 volt light with a 120 volt light. A lot of the new lights are only 12 volts, so make sure that you have the right one when you get started. Okay, we're gonna turn the power back on. Gonna light that baby up and see if she works.
Here's a scorpion. There it goes.
Okay, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I couldn't have done it without my guys. Say hi, Richard and Ethan. We appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one.